what documentation reassures investors? Over time, we make an investment as investors and we are not sure the proper documentation we need. With me here today is Miss Logline E, and she will be giving us insights on this topic. It's nice to have you here.
It's nice to be here.
And
Thank you.
today is her birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much. I really
You're welcome.
appreciate
I
it.
hope by the end of this show we're going to have cake.
I mean, you should have provided cake for me since I'm hosting. I mean,
Okay, yeah. Let's keep that. Let's dive into the question. So, what documentation reassures investors?
so there are several key documents that investors, need that will reassure them that their properties are legal. We have the certificate of occupancy, we have governor's consent, deed of assignment, survey plan, and building approval where applicable. This document reassures you that the property you are purchasing is legal and is not under government acquisition.
Thank you very much. So, how can an investor, verify the authenticity of these documents independently, without having anybody to tell him yes is genuine, or like independently? How can he do it by himself?
Okay, he can first of all go through the state registry to be sure that the land is safe. Then he can also go through the Surveyor General's office to confirm the survey plan that he has been issued. And also to make it seamless for him, he can use a property lawyer. This makes it seamless, really.
Okay, so I have a couple of questions. Another question for you. Are there red flags to these documents?
There are red flags. Obviously, there are red flags. It could be that incomplete documentation. It could be that the property is under government acquisition. It could be that it's under litigation or disputes. There are a lot of red flags. That is why it is important you check the document to be sure that all of these things I've mentioned are not on your document or the property that you are purchasing. Or even mismatch name as well. It could be that the names are not, tallying. So that also happens too, or doesn't tally. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know there were red flags to actually look out for.
Yeah, there are even more, but these are just few that I've mentioned.
More? Why don't you mention more so we can,
Well, it could be that, family, dispute. I already mentioned dispute. It could be that somebody had already bought a land before it was resold. Somebody else had sold it. Somebody else had sold it and they didn't get proper approval to sell it. Then all those are under dispute as well. So.
All right. Thank you very much. So my last question is, how detailed should cash flow statement or income projection be?
Cash flow should be clear and data driven. It also should be realistic as well. So you need to factor in maintenance costs, rental income, the return on investment, but you also need to be sure that your projections are factual rather than, assumptions.
Okay. Factual rather than. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Do I have any other question? No. I think with her answers, we are very much clear that we need to do proper verification of documents before purchasing or making an investment.
Yes, to add, I would like to add. So real estate can be, a long-term word too, but it is now when you do it right? So how do you do it right? Is to ensure that your documentations are legal and are legit. You want to buy a property of 200 million, 500 million, even a billionaire, you should be able to set aside some part of money to run the legality of the purchase that you are making. Some clients, they want to make purchase and, you reach out to them and say, you need to run a search on your property and it's probably going to cost them, so certain amount of money. They feel like you're trying to scam them of their money and all that. So you shouldn't even be thinking about scam. You should be thinking about, okay, how legit is this property I am buying? So yeah, real estate, long-term wealth creation too, but when done right.
Thank you. All right. See you on the next one.
Is that you are ending it?
I'm thinking of closure.
Hey, Trinity, how have you been ending your talk show?
Authenticity.
Land verification is very important. No, while investing in real estate, verification of documents is very important. So take this. In fact, you can save this video so you can use it whenever you want to
Okay.
make a purchase.
Why what?
Why trying to invest in real estate?
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Miss Loveline. So you've heard her. Now, while trying to invest in real estate, verification of documents is very, very essential. You can save this video as a reminder before you make that investment. Thank you very much and see you on the next one.